All right, so in this video, it's gonna be pretty short. I'm just gonna go over something that I experienced working in sales. So you gotta understand that there are some people that require more attention than others, despite you charging the same. And that's really what separates a top sales rep from like someone who's just there to get rich quick. So you really have to be client oriented. You really have to be there for the person who you sold to. And the reason why is because it's just I guess it has to do a lot with you know I guess, yeah, client satisfaction, reducing turnovers, reducing, you know losing money, right? And that's not what we want. We want to stay in business. So in order for us to be successful, we really have to put in that extra work. Despite us, you may have a client who, you charge 36 bucks a month and they don't complain at all, and you have another client who you charge 36 bucks a month and they complain a lot. It's normal. It's part of life. It's part of work. That's why we do what we do, because we like what we do, and if we didn't like what we do, we wouldn't really satisfy our clients. I was like, I mean, I just didn't think it was gonna work. I didn't feel it, but something told me within me that, go approach it, go and pitch your service, and I did. I was like, okay, cool, let's do it. So I approached her. I, was asking her how much are you currently paying for the service, etc., etc., and she was saying she was paying more than the average person in the neighborhood. So I was like, well, you're paying a lot for what you're getting. We actually have an offer where you pay X amount of money each month, and you're gonna get X Y, whatever it is, right? You're gonna get X Y. Cool. So it's really important here when you're presenting your offer, and the reason why is because it's important how you say things. I've done sales for 4 years, and I do believe that the way you say things and the certain things that you say actually matters. If anyone says that, oh, it does not matter, there's no, it doesn't matter, it actually does matter. So depending on what you say, depending on the words you use, depending on how you say, not even how you say it, but just the words you say, there are certain words you should say that make sense. And you'll learn this as you practice it again and again. You can see, okay, this works better. It's basically refining your script. You refine your script yourself. You see, oh, there's too much clutter in here, there's too much whatever it is. You refine your script. So as a professional salesman, you literally understand. You say, okay, this is not going to work. However, the approach is correct. It's just refining it. That's all it is. Refining. But that's off topic. But that'll be for another video. But yeah. So this lady, I pitched her. I sold her. Cool. We did it within that day. And I still remember to this day. I was on a call with the company, canceling her order, with her on the same in person with her. And I remember, bro, the hassle I had to go through in order for this to work. I had to push, I had to call, I had to make several calls. And it was hot that day. I remember it was so hot. It was just, I was like, bro, I want to give up. I want to just quit. But I couldn't quit. I really couldn't. I had no, not that I didn't have a choice. I did have a choice, but I just choose not to. Why? Because I want to make sure that she's satisfied, she gets what she wants in order for me to get more clients. So I stood on the call, calling and it just wouldn't work. I don't know why, what was going on. It just didn't work. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try again tomorrow. So I did again. I called, and after like the fifth, seventh, sixth time, they were like, okay, cool. We'll cancel your order. We'll process the order. Whatever. It was so difficult. The first part, it was so difficult. So the next day I go by, right? We install her service. We install whatever what we're selling, right? And I remember I was like, I installed the things, whatever I had to install. Um, and she called me. She's like, my daughter called your company and she said we're missing something. We're missing another what do you call it? Another another part of another product, right? And I was like, that's kind of weird. I'm not sure why. You had everything. I connected everything. She said, oh, no, it's not doing well. I'm getting kind of mad. I'm getting kind of desperate. Do your entire job. I want the entire service to be done. So I was like, okay, I understand. I totally understand where you're coming from. Let me call my manager. Let's see what we can get done for you. Basically, that's what I said. He said, okay, call me back whenever I get an answer. So, I went out. I told my manager what was going on, And he told me, okay, yeah, the problem is she's missing X and Y, right? I was like, okay, cool. Well, what do I do? Come pick it up over here. So I had to drive from literally, I was in one city. I had to drive to another two, three cities just to pick up something in order for my client to be satisfied. I'm not saying it's like a bad thing, but it's what it requires for you to be successful. It's you have to put in work for some people. That's just what it is. Like I mentioned in the beginning, some people will require more work than others. It's just how it is, bro. I don't know how it works, but it's just the way it is, bro. And that's the thing, right? You put in the work, you get the same amount of commission, whatever it is, right? So I had to drive, I had to pay money out of my pocket, for her to be satisfied. I took an L for a bit, but it's cool. As long as she got her thing, I got my thing, cool, perfect, all good, right? So I go back. I have to then sit at her house, install whatever the product it was, and then I had to actually call another company. I had to call two companies that day. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call him. I remember again, it was so hot, extremely hot, bro, extremely hot, and I was sweating. She was living on the second floor too in her apartment complex, and I remember I was just sweating, bro. I was mad. I was like, man, this is testing my patience. Really, really, it is. Um, and at the end of the day, I mean, I got the job done. That's what really matters, you know. Um, I had to make calls. I had to, sit with the client, you know, you know, do this, do this, do that, do this and that. Check if it works, check if this works or not. Is this installed? Yes or no? And it was a lot of work. That's all I can say. But I mean, at the end of the day, um, people notice this. People notice that you took time out of your day to actually serve them, to actually fulfill your service, and more than likely they're going to recommend you. The product and service has to work well, but people will recommend you. People will tell other people. Word of mouth is where it's at. People say it's not. People may hate on it, but word of mouth is really where it's at. Because like, at the end of the day, we're people. We're not businessmen. We are businessmen to an extent, but like we're people first. We're not employees first. We're people. So it really just comes down to that. Being able to put in that extra mile for that certain person. If you love what you do, you're gonna do that extra mile.